Hello and welcome to this. A lot of glare, huh? Hangout on air. I say we, look like it's me right now. We are looking at Merlot. Now, James P. Madonna was saying he went and bought some wine and he wanted to do like a theme Merlot. I said, okay. I said, you want to do it tonight at 7 Eastern? He said, yeah, but he's not here. And then Jean-Pierre said he's going to pass by Walmart and then get some wine and join us. But, he might join by the time I'm off the air. Now, try to ameliorate that. Now, if you want to watch a beer hangout, John Anile, the Georgia Beer Reviews, has a hangout going on right now called It's Beer O'Clock. So you might prefer watching that. You might enjoy that more than this. But I'll give this a little time, just for what it's worth. And then I'll just shut it off and maybe go join that hangout, but not for long because I want to watch the College World Series. So this was only $6.92 for the 1.5 liter bottle at Walmart. Liberty Creek Merlot winemaker selection. I did a solo review. I recorded it. I haven't posted it yet. It's not long. It's only like 4 minutes, 52 seconds, something like that. Okay, so Merlot. The ABV on this particular wine is 12. Yeah, 12%. Felicia Felicity says hello. Well, hello to you. And now in the back of the bottle it says, we craft our wines upholding the ideals of a bygone time, a time when traditions were esteemed and principles were hard won. I guess you could say in 2019, some traditions are esteemed and some principles are still hard won. But anyway, our long traditional winemaking is rooted in the rich soils of California. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty of it, not all this promotional stuff. Our Merlot boasts rich flavors of ripe picked raspberry and cherry, which it contains no raspberry and no cherry, with a velvety smooth finish. Pairs perfectly with almost any dish, such as a hearty pastas, pork tenderloin, and roasted chicken. I'm not drinking or anything. Scruffy's a janitor said pouring a draft course banquet now. That sounds good. Now I'm looking at my nose is itchy. I'm looking at the Liberty Creek website. They have it in Tetra packs too. These soft packs, 500 milliliter, half a liter. I've seen those. They're kind of expensive though. Okay, they're talking about the raspberry and cherry again. Smooth finish, especially pleasing. Our Merlot's bold flavors and smooth style makes it a great match for meat, pasta, or a hearty vegetarian dish. I'll say no thanks on the vegetarian dish. Although I do eat salad, but not for a meal usually. This wine is a great alternative to Burgundy. With its characteristic softness, Liberty Creek Merlot can be admirably used to contrast dishes with big, bold flavors like pasta, arrabbiata, or to complement more subtly flavored recipes like eggplant parmesan. Well, I would like chicken parmesan, but I don't think I would eat eggplant parmesan. I don't like eggplant. Oh, there's James P. Madonna.
Hey, I was waiting for you on Hangouts. I didn't realize you were going to send it here. All right, no problem. I tried to send an invitation, but progressive discussion wouldn't come up. Like when I kept typing, it wouldn't come up. Wouldn't come up. It's a glitch. It's the powers that be that are trying to sabotage the.
I know, and I tried 3 times, so I just posted the link to you on Facebook. Iron Man Spartan 2 says, "Did Jesus drink wine? I know less about the gospel than yourself." Jesus not only drank wine, he actually made wine from water. The pale ale I'm drinking is not half bad for a 5.3 ABV, says Felicity. Well, that's good. Now, James P. Madonna, I have the Liberty Creek. Jean-Pierre is going to join us, he says.
Okay, now, I just want to say from now on, even though Facebook is loaded with scammers and glitches, I will get the Hangout link here because that was very strange that it didn't come out over on YouTube, Google. Anyway.
Yeah, very weird, I thought.
7 lucky bells. Welcome to Fandango Friday. And for those that do not have the charisma, pizzazz, and sense of humor, and deep thought, deep thinking, critical free thinkers to appreciate Fandango Friday, I have an itch in the center of my forehead, folks. I'm sure. That feels real good. Okay, now I have a well, it's a reasonably. I didn't feel like buying a large bottle of Merlot, so I got this one. Simonetti Merlot Ruby Coney. Now I'm Italian, but I'm not that Italian. So I got this brand.
I was trying to look up that
from Italy
on the internet, and I never could find it.
All right. Okay.
Looks like it's mostly in New Jersey. It's like a New Jersey brand.
Simonetti Merlot Ruby Coney. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Indicazione Geographica.
Yeah. Geographic indication, yeah.
Probably means typical of the region.
Right.
Indicazione probably means indicating the region, and it's imported by Simone International out of Nanuet, New York, which happens to be in Rockland County, southern New York State. And that's it. It's Merlot, 12% alcohol by volume, and let's see, contains sulfites, you rat bastards. All right. The Fine Art of Wine, it says at the end, and it was a year here. Oh, 2016 for the. By the way, the best reading glasses I've ever used is a dollar store glass magnifier. All right, now I'm going to pour it.
Okay, now we got Jean-Pierre of Mobile. So you're in New Jersey. I'm in Louisiana. We both have 12% ABV wines, 12% table wines. Now, Jean-Pierre, what did you buy at Walmart?
I bought it's in a box, and I will get to why it's in a box and why box wines are not as bad as people make it out to be. But I am drinking Liberty Creek Merlot.
Oh, the same thing I'm drinking. Okay.
All right, so I'm the
box. Yep, 12% ABV, and this is one of the wines that I tend to buy a lot. I don't see it in one of the big other box wines. In a bigger boxes, mostly in this size, but I do get the bottles of this, but not the Merlot. I often tend to get the Cabernet or the Founder's Red Blend. Yeah. Majority of the time, it's the Cabernet.
Now that one's called the Tetra Pak. They call those Tetra Paks.
Right.
So we're drinking a wine that comes from E&J Gallo, family-owned company in Mendocino, California. Now, James is drinking an Italian Merlot.
Well, this has to be old school because it surprisingly, I hate to say it, but I mean, they're using real real cork wood.
Right, not plastic. Oh yeah, I said it's not Mendocino, California. That's I'm thinking of a beer company that went out of business. This is Modesto, California. Sorry, folks. All right, yeah. So. You got a pretty good deal on it. I got a good deal on this wine, Jean-Pierre. You like the
346 plus tax at Walmart. So pretty good deal for which only gives you about 3 glasses of wine, which is, I think that's about enough there. So I got some more wine at home. Yeah.
Jean-Pierre.
Yes.
You know what I paid for my 1.5 liter bottle?
Yes. Yes.
$6.92 for
that's about the price. The pay for more store, as you like to call it, cost plus 10%. They have it for that price. The bottle size of all the Liberty Creek wines, about $6.44 plus tax. So you break up about maybe $7, and it's a great value, really.
Yeah, I bought mine at Walmart. Okay, now let's let James P. Madonna describe his, because we have the same wine, and then we can talk about ours after he does his.
Okay, yeah, mine cost about that much. Yeah, a little under $7.
And what's the size of the bottle, James?
750, I think he's got.
Yeah.
The size of the bottle, 750. You're right. The
Okay.
Psychic J Terrio is correct.
Okay.
All right. I got a real heavy, thick wine glass. I thought of you when I bought this, Jay, from the Dollar Tree. All right. Not bad for real thick and heavy.
I got the new popular wine glasses that you're seeing now that look small, but these are popular.
Well, I broke all the ones I had like that. The stem just went bing, you know. Anyway, this is nice and heavy. I have to really deliberately whack something to break this. All right, let me try it. Tastes like a slightly sweeter, like Chianti. It's on the dry side, but not as dry as a Chianti. Like there's a compared to a Burgundy or like let's say the Carlo Rossi Paisano type wines. I could taste that it was aged in wood. There's a wood flavoring in it.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere I wouldn't say sweet, but it's not as dry, let's say, as a Chianti. But it is a partially a dry red wine. To be honest with you, I still like Yellowtail Shiraz better than I like this, but it's decent. I wouldn't toss it.
You recommend somebody giving it a chance? Try it out.
Yeah, like it's not. It has like a brownish red. Like it's hard to tell because of the cut glass, but
I can see it.
Yeah, it's like a brownish red instead of being a burgundy red or having any clarity to it. I mean, I'm looking at it straight down into it. And, you know, I would say it's like more of a brownish, deep red. But semi-dry, that's the best way I can describe it.
Can you show the people the bottle again?
Well, after I kind of dribbled wine down the bottle, that's why I didn't show it again.
And you bought that in Jersey.
A very large local liquor store called Wine and Spirits that I have never been to because I'm new to this area. I'm in Edgewater now, Jean-Pierre.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, for personal reasons, but I'm here. And what I like about Wine and Spirits, and I told Jay last week, is that they have a large selection of small hard liquor brands to choose from. Where you want to do a show on something, there's a good chance you can find it in small bottle, and there's one show.
Okay.
A great selection, and including the craft beer, you know, the individuals, not as much as the hard liquor, but it's the whole front of the counter is straight across. It's the small bottles.
Bottle King, one of the places I would go to. I'm sorry, Jabe, not to get into a New Jersey reminiscing time, but
I know
Home Liquors or Bottle King. That was right near my house in Montclair. That's in Glenridge, and we would go there when I would go visit my folks during the holidays, and it was, you know, Christmas Eve or whatever. That place is packed. Everybody's getting everything they need, you know, for Christmas. And I had bought a couple of bottles of well, my dad liked Carlo Rossi, so I bought a big bottle of the what was it for him? I bought not the Paisano, but the other one. I bought the Burgundy, and we were having like a little dinner at the house, and also bought some of that Kronberg beer for him too, so he can have that the Kronberg 1664. Yeah. So that was the first time having that. He kind of liked that, you know, besides the Carlo Rossi. But
well, the Home Liquors in South Hackensack, is the one I was going to before I moved. That's the one where Jay says, "There he goes again, Jay. James is videoing his stroll through the liquor store." WC Fields. Hey, he's strolling. He doesn't talk that way, but anyway. Yeah, I love children. I love them deep fried. Yeah. Well, anyway, it was Home Liquors. I don't know which one was the first, but they suddenly became predominantly packed with Polish vodka because of the community. But in this store, they have a very varied selection, very much so, and it's connected to a liquor store, not a liquor store. It's connected to a lounge, a bar with a hookah lounge inside.
Okay, it's cool.
And they took me on a tour from the back back door in the liquor store into the lounge. There's a restaurant there on the other side, but I didn't stay long because people were puffing away on the hookah pipes, and yeah, so it was kind of unique. Right near the Hudson River, Edgewater Commons, and great view, you know. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm ending up with a greater selection.
That's good. And those mini bottles are convenient. And what is the ABV on that wine, if you can remember?
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we all have a 12%er. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre, I know you like the Panzano, and I do too. But this Merlot, you're favorable towards the Liberty Creek Merlot, right?
I don't buy it a lot. When I would get it from time to time, but as again, my tastes have changed. Mostly drinking Cabernets and Shiraz, but the Merlot is quite good. 12%, not bad. It does have a little hint of a little fruitiness to it. It does have a nice little burnt type finish to it going down, which is kind of nice. I just had some cheese sticks just now dip it with some marinara sauce. And since you said we're gonna get it, so I stopped at Walmart, picked up some cheese sticks, and then I dipped into some marinara. And I thought it was real good. And I said, hey, why not? Perfect match with this. So
the Carlo Rossi's are probably one of the best values in wine collectively.
And Liberty Creek is right up there with it too. I mean, it's $6. Other places like 8 or 9, and I see Liberty Creek back home is about $9-10. I mean, you can't go wrong, with their wines at all. I mean, it's just everything you want. And this Merlot, very nice. You're getting hint of some of those definitely nice raspberry flavors in it. I thought I may have had a little hint of some blackberries in this wine, but definitely more raspberry in this. Again, it has a nice little kind of a burnt little finish to it in the end. A bit fruity too. So, I mean, I haven't had Merlot in a while because again, I drink a lot of Cabernets a lot and a lot of Syrah. And Shiraz, whatever. But this is a very, very good wine. And again, we know these styles are very popular if you're at a concert, I guess, and if the security people, when you go to a concert in a park, don't check your bag, these are nice things to have, at a concert. You're sipping on some wine, you listen to some nice music, whatever, whether it be classical or an orchestra performing, or maybe some band from the 1950s performing at a local park. It's a good one to have.
Like freestyle and old house music.
Exactly.
Planet Rock, play at your own risk. All those old tunes. Oh, also the Pinot Noir is pretty good wine too.
Yeah.
Pinot Noir. One time I took a Carlo Rossi. I remember Jay doing the show on it. Carlo Rossi White Zinfandel, and I made it ice cold. And it was so refreshing on a hot day, like a sangria flavor.
Now, Jean-Pierre, do you like that Carlo Rossi White Zinfandel?
I've had it once, and I need to do a review of it, but that wine is so hard to find unless I'm at Rouse's, and
okay,
yeah, but when I go here at the Greer's or maybe at or if I go to Wally World, it's nowhere to be seen. But Rouse's do have it. But of the Carly Rossi wines I have reviewed, I have not reviewed that one yet.
Now hold on a second. Would you, getting back to this Liberty Creek Merlot, do you recommend it? Would you buy it again? Do you think people should try it?
I mean, I don't think anybody would, well, for me, again, you know my personal taste, but yeah, I would buy it again. Either in this size or at the 1.5 liter bottle size. It's a great wine. Again, $6 or between $6 or $8 is about the average. $7 or $8, which is the average price. You're not going wrong with it whatsoever. It's a perfect wine to have with a nice, barbecue or a good plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Perfect.
I'm enjoying mine too, and I'm not going to describe the aroma and flavor because it's exactly like you were talking about. It has that little burnt in, that little grape skin ending. It's real pleasant. I mean,
pleasant for a night, like a perfect night today. It's humid, but I'm gonna be, I'm gonna sit outside and enjoy it, after my dinner and just watch the breeze, watch the neighborhood go by, sit on my deck and just have a good time and just enjoy my wine.
Hope you have a large citronella candle to light.
Yes, I do. No, I'll be spraying. I got some off spray on me, so
okay.
to make sure the bugs
the citronella really does work. The big metal bucket.
Yeah, and a cigar works too.
Yes,
but that citronella makes me sick to my stomach. I guess it makes me sick like it makes the mosquitoes sick.
So, guys, let me ask you a quick question. With these, the box in a box or even in a can, do you think they're? Do you think those are? We're seeing them going because again, you could travel with these. You're at a parade or again a concert. Or some outdoor event going on. You don't want to. There's some places you can't have bottles with you, but having this, bringing this along or a big box wine. A good value, yay or nay,
Yeah, I think so because it's taken off like crazy, and a lot of people are buying them. And those soft packs can fit in a backpack or whatever, and you don't have to worry about it being glass and breaking. And what else is taking off? I was talking about this today. I mean, it's like incredible in the last 6 months, and it's gotten escalated in the last 3 months. All these flavored beers and flavored liquors, pre-made cocktails. I mean, it's like everywhere I turn, there's more. I can show you a couple of bottles right now if y'all hold on. But James, you can talk to Jean.
Some of them you reviewed. I think some of you reviewed already, right, Jay?
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you some more. You can talk, James. Of course, feel free to talk.
Well, I wanna give a toast to my longtime near dear friend and actually more than a friend, Dr. Jia Aina Dong from Tokyo, Japan, is in the process of coming to visit me here. And,
all right.
So I just want to give a shout out, even though I don't think she's into fermented beverages, so she may never receive it, unless, of course, I show her the link. But my sister got back from what the heck was it called? Anna Maria Island, Florida, near Sarasota, and she told me they have what they call sand fleas or no-see-um bugs that they just ravage you. They're so tiny, like a gnat, but they bite. So they went out party boat fishing. They didn't get anything great, but it's on the Gulf side, which I think has
down in Grand Isle, Louisiana. Those gnats can be so bad.
Which ones I mean, Jay? They call no steams or sand fleas.
Oh, it just drive you mad, drive you crazy.
Yeah. Ooh.
But I was gonna say, guys, but as you said, Jay, with the flavored wine, the flavored beverages we're seeing, I guess is a new thing. Why go, let me have everything, again, I'm out socially, I don't have to do all the mixing, with my hard liquor, with this drink or that drink. I can just, it's already been pre-made, preset for me in a can or in a bottle. boom, I'm ready to have a good time.
Yeah, I'll show you two of them right here. Here's one from Canada. It's from Quebec, Canada. It's called the Original Clubtail Sunny Margarita.
Margaritas from French Canada? Wow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, classic lime flavored party starter. It's 10% alcohol in this 16-ounce can, so you'd have to be pretty careful. But it's a beer. It's a flavored beer. You've seen these around your area, Jean?
Not from that, but I do have seen others that have a margarita. I'm trying to think of which one that does a margarita. Not Steel, but I think some other company does something like this.
Well, look, here's another one.
Definitely,
Here's one from Texas. It's called Western Sun Blueberry Vodka Lemonade. It's blueberry flavored vodka. 10%.
That sounds great.
Blueberry flavored vodka. There's a Moscow Mule, and there's also a watermelon spritzer. I don't know what it's going to taste like, but it's it's an independent company in Pilot Point, Texas. So
Blueberry, anything flavor would, and anything. Well, any fruit really.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about blueberry, but I guess you like it.
Yeah, blueberry's great, but I wouldn't.
Blueberry by itself. I'm maybe the only who never liked blueberry pie. I just don't.
Oh,
now
wow.
apple crumb pie, I can have that. But blueberry pie.
Apple strudel with good vanilla ice cream on it.
Yeah.
For some reason, a la mode you can only use vanilla. I don't know why. Ice cream sodas, root beer floats.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to read the comments. Let me go put these cans back in the fridge, and then I'm going to read the comments.
Okay. Now, James, do they still do? I'm sure they do. Do they still do free summer concerts in your town in Edgewater? Or I know like around Bloomfield area that they do, and
Chestnut
and throughout Essex County, down by Branchville Park, they always do these free summer concerts. They have an orchestra come in and perform. I know they have one. They're gonna have to do one for coming up for next week for the 4th of July, and down at Brookdale Park in Bloomfield, and that one always sells out. Do they still do free concerts during the summer?
I haven't been in Edgewater that long. I'm trying to find out. I'm sure if I went to the borough website, I'm sure there is information there. I know Chestnut Street in Montclair, I watched jazz bands outside.
Yes.
I've watched jazz bands, and what's the name of that rock bar? Just Jake's.
Yep.
I used to go to Just Jake's.
And
there's trumpets.
Yes. Yep.
And
then Egan and Sons, they have their little their bar, and they do make their own beer. They do have little things they have going on. Some band will come and perform. So, I know those places are still going, but I just want to know in Edgewater, because again, like I said, talking about this, because you could bring, something like this, you could stash in your thing, or maybe some, canned beer, whatever in your cooler or whatever. But most times not the case. But, if you could, again, enjoying the concert, enjoying the evening, got your lawn chair, you're sipping on something, or maybe pour the wine in a milk jug, and it's clear, it's clear wine. And what's this? I say, oh, it's just water. And it turned out it's like some Chardonnay you're drinking, and you're having a good time,
He gets an empty bottle.
Not to say I've done that before,
Folks, I do not endorse that. All right. I will say that we have free concerts about 15 miles east of here in Rivertown. So, Rivertown and Kenner. So we do have those. Not in this particular town. It's too rural.
Well, that craft brewery in Little Ferry, New Jersey, Brick City, has a bulletin of events all the time. It's nice when they do that, when a local brewery and they have their products on tap at a bar restaurant called, I think it's called Midland Avenue Brew House, which has a nightclub at night, restaurant during the day, and they have their products on tap, which I'm happy for them, because usually craft breweries that are local and not famous, usually they don't sell liquor stores. They usually blow out of their inventory
Right.
Later at the event, but yeah, maybe the best thing for me to do is go to the borough website and see what's going on over here. Because I know the street performers.
If y'all don't mind, before we close out, I'm going to read some comments, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Iron Man Spartan 2 says, Ronald, could you tell me again the name of your Bible translation? I'm interested. Well, I'm using the Douay Rheims version. And if you look that up on Google or Yahoo, Douay Rheims was the Catholic English translation from like the 1500s, but they updated it. Mine is like the revised from like 1749. It's Bishop Challoner commentary. There was an English Bishop Challoner, and he put a lot of commentary on that. So it has notes about different things in the scriptures. So, but it's Douay Rheims is very famous in the Catholic world.
What about the original King James version? That was the first English translation, the original King James?
That was the first well-known English translation, correct.
Okay, the ones with all the these, eyes, and mouths.
But Sean, why don't you mute it? Because you get a lot of wind right now, so you can mute that.
Here, high winds.
I'll do it for him.
Yeah,
I muted him because there's too much wind.
every time you translate, something changes, you know, and the interpretation could be different.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. Master Yorn says, give me love in a chess player. Now, why do white start first in chess play, says Master Yorn?
Good question, because I play chess. That's a good question.
I don't know. Okay, Iron Man says, do you like demi-sec wine? I've never had it.
Demi is like Demi Moore? Demi-sec?
I started black in chess. So where is the American black people in the game of chess? There are a lot of black people who play chess, Master Yorn. Okay, Green Planter says, my wife loves Merlot. And then Scruffy says, Janitor says, DEET is horrible for you. Yeah, but it chases the mosquitoes away. Subject Zero says, these are marketed to millennials who don't know how to mix their own drinks.
Yeah, like a lot of the bartenders I know in the so-called gentlemen's clubs. You ask them, make me a Bloody Mary. How about a Mai Tai or whiskey sour? They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the young bartenders.
Doesn't sound very gentlemanly. Okay, Jeremy Vincent says, dang, I missed this hangout. I'm out of town right now. Tell James it's good to see him back. Jeremy Vincent said, it's good to see you back.
I always thought very highly of Jeremy. I always got good vibes from him. And thank you for your kind words, Jeremy. A great musician and a hell of a nice guy, and from Arkansas, right?
Right.
Yep.
Jeremy Vincent from Arkansas. He's on a couple of my Facebook pages, groups rather. He's on the fitness, the old school fitness page. I believe he's a member. So to Jeremy.
And Jeremy says, great show, Ron. Thank you. Gabe says hi. Iron Man Spartan says, demi-sec means medium dry. Okay, well, these are medium dry, what we're drinking. So they're very enjoyable. Now look, I just bought the Merlot because the first one I bought from Liberty Creek was what? What was the first one I bought from Liberty Creek, Jean? Do you remember? It was
the Founders Red Blend, right?
Yeah, the Founders Red Blend. Now the rest of the
Which
ones,
is good.
Yes, and here's the rest of the lineup, folks, which is what I'm gonna review coming up in the next 2 or 3 years.
Jean-Pierre must be getting attacked by insects because he's in his car.
Yeah, I am. I hate insects. I hate them. I have no bug spray whatsoever on me.
All right, here's the lineup, Jean, before we close out. Here's what's coming up. I've done the Merlot, like right now. I've done the Liberty Creek Founders Red Blend. So here's what's coming up next. I've got the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Good one.
Pinot Noir.
I don't think I've reviewed that one, but that's a good one too.
Sweet Red.
I've done that one.
White Zinfandel.
Haven't done that one yet.
Pink Moscato.
Okay.
Yeah, not the mosquitoes that are attacking you. The moscato.
Oh, Pink Moscato. White Zinfandel. Moscato, the regular Moscato. Muscatel. That's what it is, Muscatel. Chardonnay. And closing it out with Pinot Grigio. So that's their 10 offerings. They have 10 different offerings.
Now, I read an article that champagne is often made from Pinot Noir grapes. The red, I guess, is, the red champagne, but yeah, champagne. You gotta knock off the whole bottle. I remember you and John and Lily, or was doing a New Year's Eve show. You have to consume, once you open it, the entire bottle.
Luckily for me, the Roger that I bought, it's Andre. The Andre I bought had a resealable cap, and it would keep the carbonation in. So I was able to sip on that for a few more days, and every time I opened it, it popped.
That's great.
Yeah, it popped. It
kept the freshness in. It kept the freshness in. That's good.
As opposed to the Corbel champagnes.
Corbel. Okay. Well, I was very pleased with the Andre because of that resealable cap. So I think I'm going to try every New Year's Eve to go through a different Andre. And it's from, who was that from, Jean? Is it from Constellation Brands or E&J Gallo? It might be E&J Gallo, but they do a good job with it. It is Gallo, I think.
Which brand of champagne is that?
Andre. I think the Roger is Constellation. Taylor.
I think you're right.
Taylor.
Well, duck.
People like mixing that champagne, and do their own little what's that? Not mojito. What's that drink? With the champagne and orange juice. I'm trying to think of the name of that drink. Whatever it is.
The mimosa.
Mimosa, right? Yeah, they like using the Andre. Something a little more fruity. I mean, most of the champagnes I've had have been extra dry. The Spumantis are, those are okay. I'm kind of the opposite. And by the way, champagne is really good. If you want to use champagne, try it on some salmon. Just pour it on top of the salmon while it's baking. I mean, the flavor that comes out of that salmon is incredible.
Sound like a good idea. Well. I would like to try a lot more champagnes. We had a lot of success, and James knows this. You do too, Jean. We had a lot of success reviewing Taylor wines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, all I could get is the red, and that's it. I don't get the white, unless if I'm in your area, Jay, I could probably get the white, or maybe if I'm back home in Jersey, I could get the white. But I can't. All I get is the red, and the red slowly but surely starting to kind of disappear in this area. So
yeah, we can still get the Taylor Lake County red.
Right.
We get the white at certain stores, and we get a lot of the Paul Masson. Yeah, but only at a few stores. Really, not too much. Well, anyway, the Paul Masson brandy, of course, the Paul Masson brandy. Everybody has that.
Everybody. Yes. So
champagne over frozen red raspberries.
But let me just say this for people who want to stick their nose up about drinking Liberty Creek or Carlo Rossi, any brand of wines. Yeah, believe me, I'm on a couple of Facebook pages, not Facebook, YouTube people that I follow who are licensed certified sommeliers, and I got nothing against them, but every time they go on, they just seem to trash. All these, the Carlo Rossis and the Liberty Creeks, or the wines are maybe $10 or $12, whatever. Look, we would all love to try good quality wine, but again, if you want to send us that check of $30 or $50, sure, we'll go buy it, or $40, whatever it is. Some of us are not that fortunate, but we know they're not going to send that check, so. Yeah, we drink the Carlo Rossis, the big jug wines. We drink the Livingstons. We drink the Liberty Creeks because you know, or the yellowtails, whatever, because, you know, we like them and they are budget friendly. So, you know, that's my issue with some of these folks here. You know, if the wine tastes good to you, just like with cooking, you know, there's no rules, you know, it's just whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, works for you. And, you know, I just put some of that snobbery, just like with the beer, it just needs to end, you know?
Yeah,
At the end of the day, we love craft beer, but nothing wrong drinking a nice cold PBR at the end of the day if you're a craft beer maker, you know, or drinking Old Milwaukee or drinking, you know, Genesee, you know, cream ale. You know, that's what's the shame in that, drinking that?
It's actually a high quality. It's a great tasting. I mean, if they consider it a craft beer, if they consider it a macro, I mean, Genesee cream ale and it is great, and so is the standard Modelo Especial. You know, I mean, it's not garbage.
Yeah, they're macro beers, but they're both delicious beers to drink.
Exactly.
I mean, Johnny, you mentioned a small Scotch whiskey company to somebody, and they go, "Oh, Johnny Walker Blue." Hey, if you can afford to drink nothing but,
that's $270 a bottle. I mean, you know, I'm not saying if somebody wants to give me $265 to buy Johnny Walker Blue Label, I'll try it. You know,
I know. So would I, but we know that's not happening. So that's why we have to get the Johnny Walker Black or Red Label. You know.
I'll show you that 11-year rye bourbon, Jay, Crazy Owl, Wise Owl, you know, the one in the video I posted.
Or
yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Or the Pappy Van Winkle, you know, we would love to get that, you know. But hey, if you want to send us the money for us to get that, then sure, we'll try it, you know. So
yeah, I got a bunch of small bottles in case Jay wants to do a whiskey, a vodka, or a white rum show on the side, a miscellaneous.
Yeah, I would. It's all time consideration and all of that. You know, I got to find the time. Tonight I had a little time. I'm gonna go watch some college baseball in a little bit. Here's a white.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on with that? Louisville and what's the semifinals matchups right now? I know Auburn got eliminated, right?
I think Michigan was whipping up on Louisville today. I mean, sorry, Michigan was whipping up on Texas Tech earlier, and I think Michigan won. And I think tonight is Louisville and having a Vanderbilt, excuse me.
Okay. Well, I know ESPN has invested a lot in college baseball. You know, I know the College World Series is a big deal. You know, it's one of those events that I guess they're really trying to promote and make it like March Madness. You know, with basketball.
It's pretty popular. We always wanted to drive up there to Omaha, Nebraska, but then LSU has to get back.
Right.
Oh, here's a white rum, James, that y'all might want to examine.
But they don't sell beer at the stadium at Rosenblatt Stadium, I think, right?
No.
Because of the NCAA event, you know, they don't sell alcohol.
I have that small bottle of, I don't know if it's 10 cane or 12 cane rum.
Oh, cane rum.
The cane rum. I have the small bottle. I mean, you know, you could critique that one, and I can tell you what I think about the other one. I think it might be Trinidad. I know.
Cane Run is from Sazerac. Their headquarters is actually the headquarters of that company is actually only about 34 miles from here.
Really?
Yeah, it's owned by a man and his wife from New Orleans named William Goldring.
Do they grow sugar cane in South?
Yeah. Right close to me, there's a huge sugarcane plantation. Yeah.
No kidding. But,
you'd like to see that, right?
Yeah, it's highly nutritious if you ever have the fresh sugarcane drink, or even even a Barbados molasses or blackstrap molasses.
Yeah, we get a lot of cane sugar around here. Here is the Captain Morgan. white rum. It's been on the market for 5 years. They've been making the spiced and the black for a long time, but they came out with a white rum. I don't know how you'd feel about, but you got the cane run, and I would like to try the cane run for one day. But this Captain Morgan is from United States Virgin Islands, I believe.
Well, it's a good mixing rum, the white rum, like pina coladas and whatever. Mojitos, I guess.
Snowball.
Yeah, the other one. Well, the one in Jamaica they call Planter's Punch. You have to use the dark rum like Appleton or the Myers dark.
Right.
The Montego Bay specialty.
Yes, you're right. Well, we had a lot of fun tonight. Let's see. Any last comments? And of course, Jean-Pierre, if you want to join us for a white rum. Oh, but Jean-Pierre's kind of, he's a little bit worried. He doesn't like to get involved with those white liquors too much. I think
The vodkas, no, I don't. I don't like to get into it. Just let me stick to my Cabernet and Shiraz and my little Genesee Light beer. That's what I'll stick to. And it's safe and I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a little past experience issues. All right, now, cheers, guys, says Jeremy. Gabe says Liberty Creek is good wine. I agree. Zach Robinson says, great discussion. We drank their Moscato in the summer and their Merlot in the winter. Oh, okay. Steve from Philly says, woo, mimosa. I like mimosas on Easter Sunday dinner brunch. Trev's Travel Tales. Oh, Trev, live from Australia. He says, hi, guys. Cheers from Australia. Great show. Thanks, Trev.
Hello, Australia. How are y'all?
Australia, Yellowtail.
He said champagne cocktails are awesome. And then Steve from Philly says Jean-Pierre is a pimp, huh? Yeah, I don't think he's involved in that.
No.
I won't be far from Philly when I go to Tropicana, Atlantic City next month.
Okay, Steve from Philly.
Yeah, I hear Atlantic City's making a comeback. My brother tells me Atlantic City's making a bit of a comeback after all that's been going on there. A lot of young folks are seem to be traveling to Atlantic City. Me, I still think it's a dump, but
the problem with Atlantic City is like you're on the boardwalk fine, you're in the Tropicana fine. They got a great club called Boogie Nights. That's another talk show. As soon as you walk out of the Tropicana, people are aggressive panhandlers are there. There's heroin addicts bobbing like this. Young guys too. It's really sad that I don't think the industry, the resort industry, did anything to help Atlantic City itself. It's really horrible. It's just
sounds like New Orleans. Steve from Philly says Ronnie Terrio is the kingpin. Okay, subject.
Like Denny Terrio of Dance Fever.
Denny Terrio.
Remember that? Yeah. It was Merv Griffin's boyfriend, Denny Terrio. They were
Merv Griffin. Hey, resorts should still be down there, right? Merv Griffin Resorts.
Yeah, wait a minute, something else now. Now they got a new one called Ocean Hotel Casino Resort. Resorts.
Is it based on the movie Ocean's 11?
Right, it's a brand new building. The Borgata still has one of the highest rated buffets.
Right.
It's just a shame. It's like Florida. You're in Palm Beach, and then you drive a few minutes into Riviera Beach, and you got two worlds, right? It's like you got drugs and crime in Riviera Beach, and then you got the very rich over in Palm Beach. But you're only talking about crossing a canal,
right,
from one to the other.
I experienced the same thing in St. Petersburg. Subject Zero says, hold on. Let me read these comments, and then we're about to close out. Subject Zero says, if someone is hating on what other people drink, they need to get a life. Thank you very much. I agree. Gabe says, save money to get that wine, Jay and Jean. And then Metalhead says, cheers, Iron Man Spartan. Having a Lagunitas IPA right now. Oh, that's a good one. Subject Zero says, laissez le bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll.
Let the good times roll.
Victor Wayne says, Mount Gay is good too. Rum. Oh, yeah, I've seen Mount Gay at the store. And then Tyler Mansell says, hey, the bridge guy is back. That's right. Steve from Philly says, Atlantic City is a dump. And I've never been there, so I can't comment. Borgata is the Ritz. Okay.
Atlantic City is in bad shape, but you don't want to take a stroll through Atlantic City aside from the resorts. Let's put it that way.
Right.
You know, and hey, don't be spreading rumors about Jean-Pierre. He's not a pimp.
No. Back in my old days, I was, but no.
Hey, what are you doing with my bitches over there? Hey, I want my money. Let's get it over.
But hey, Jay, about St. Petersburg, I hear that the Rays are might be, even though I think I don't know what they're standing right now in the AL East. I think they're up maybe 2 games on the Yankees, or maybe 2 games behind the Yankees.
No, they got whipped up in the last week. They're in second place now. They fell down, but they I know what you're going to say, but the city of St. Petersburg said forget it. They're not going to give permission for them to talk to Montreal.
Yeah,
a contract, a lease through 2027,
yeah.
and the owner said that there's no way they're going to build a new stadium, and they're not going to have a part-time team with a team playing 55% of their games in Montreal. So they said you can just forget.
No Montreal Expos, no return.
The Expos, left, went to Washington, but you know what? That's the problem. They don't look. Tampa Bay is like Miami. Is like all these cities, when you're winning, they'll come out. And when you're not winning, they're not going to come out. And we know Tampa, those fans are kind of fickle. They're just like, just like all those years in LA, they didn't have NFL football. They didn't really seem to care because there was other things to do in LA. They didn't have the Rams or the Raiders or whatever NFL team or the Chargers. So they went to USC and UCLA football games. And, hey, I got other stuff to do. I don't care, And I think that's kind of the same way mindset is in Tampa. But if they're winning, they're going to come out and celebrate. And if they're not winning, why the hell should I come out to go see this team at that dump of a stadium, which, by the way, only hosted the one and only Final Four, the Tropicana Stadium.
Right, but I've been to Tropicana Field to probably 15 games, and I don't think it's a dump. And I don't know how many games you've been to there, but you probably haven't been to any games there, right?
No, I haven't. But I'm just saying people think it's a dump. I don't think it is. But,
it
looks like a nice little stadium. But, people think it is a dump. But I don't know.
Now, if you read the reviews on TripAdvisor, it's 90% positive. You get a lot of people, like, they say that it's a bad place. And I think a lot of these people have real estate interests, and they're trying to perhaps get a new stadium because they might have some attachment to that. My father, who's 75 years old this month, he loves going to games there. So that's a big. I'm kind of sorry you brought that topic up because that's such a controversial topic, one of the most controversial topics in sports. So that's like opening a can of worms.
Yeah,
people are just
sorry.
That's all right. They just get crazy over it, and I'm part of that. I've been observing that whole situation for 15 years. My first game over there was in 2004. So it's like this ongoing battle, and we went through the same kind of problems in New Orleans. So that was a big controversy there.
Look, the team is winning right now. And remember, they made the World Series in 2008. I know it's, 11 years ago. 11 years ago. 11 years ago, but still, I mean, the team is, they're doing their best to put out a good effort, just like with the Marlins, just like with all these teams, the Pirates. Yeah, I know you can't afford some of these players, but hey, at least they're trying. The Kansas City Royals, they're trying, Yeah,
and they did win a World Series. Okay, well, 2 World Series. Well, anyway, so Liberty Creek was a winner, and the James P. Madonna's Merlot that you can buy in New Jersey, but I don't think too many other places, was a winner. We like Merlot. We'll probably be back to do some white rum coming up, and
I liked it. I mean, I liked that. Wouldn't you say it's a Shiraz or a Pinot Noir?
Oh yeah, not a winner. Okay, let's qualify that. James said it was a acceptable product, but not something he was touting.
Yeah. Exactly. But the bridge person would like to tell the bridge keeper, if you're doing reviews on a show and you go off the air and continue to do reviews, then why not just leave the show live? When you and why continue to do a show when you're off the air? This is just something I want to say to the bridge keeper, the bridge enthusiast.
Right. I agree with that. I've always agreed with that. You do your hangout, you talk about the beer, wine, and liquor, then off the air, you talk about just casual things. You don't say, oh, here's the beer I'm drinking, and then you go on for 30 minutes making everybody want to pull their hair out, you know.
You're critiquing, and you're not even on the air, and you're critiquing. We're talking about a certain leprechaunish individual.
Well, but he's my friend, though. He's my friend.
All right, that's okay. I got a call from the Emerald Mystic. He'll deal with it on his own time. But anyway.
Now, Jean-Pierre, that oak leaf to me is just no good.
Yeah, I know. Sweetware is an interesting taste. That was the one I was wanting to go get at first, but I said, well, Liberty Creek is more well known nationally than the Oak Leaf, excuse me, which is more regionally known. So, and this is their sweet red, and someone bought this for me, and I'm having that with dinner right now. It's kind of going good with these barbecue pork chops right now with mashed potatoes.
Okay, well, that sounds very nice, and you have a dog with you, and I gotta go tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be on very early with Dawn Busters. We've got a very obscure bourbon whiskey made by Heaven Hill called Tom Sims, and it's going up against a well-known whiskey. But I know James Madonna gets the actual Heaven Hill bourbon. I don't get it, unfortunately. So.
Oh, you don't get the actual is the green and white or cream colored one, or is it the black label one?
Black.
You don't get that one.
We get Heaven Hill blended whiskey, and we get this a lot of Heaven Hill brands. But this Tom Sims bourbon I bought in Texas last year along the Mexican border, and it's 4 years aged. It's pretty good to me, but anyway. All right, well, folks, get your Merlot on. Get your Merlot on.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this 1 hour long video production.
Yes. Good evening.
Now jump over and watch John and Illy.
I've gone 90 minutes or more with the politics with other people, but 1 hour goes fast when you're on a roll.
Right. I agree with that. Thanks, folks.